For those of you who watch my channel often, you know that I love the NZXT S340. I've featured many builds in this case. I love its aesthetic appeal, its open design. The entire case is just beautiful in my opinion. So when I see cases online that look to an extent like the S340, I tend to want to purchase those and compare them to it just to kind of see how well it stacks up against what I regard as one of the best cases currently on the market. So when I saw the Phanteks P400 selling on Amazon for $79.99, the white one I might add, with the nice side window as well, I said, ooh, they are gunning for the S340. Let's see how well the P400 stacks up, what kind of features you should expect to see in this case, some of the cool things that the S340 doesn't have that this one does have. I don't know, you tell me in the comments below which one you think's better. Check out the P400 first, let me know what you think. The P400, whose stance definitely rivals that of the S340, is great, plain and simple. The white is glossy, the frame is sturdy, and the interior is very clean. Starting from the front, we find a removable panel equipped with nothing but filters. Nice. Giving way to a large fan and radiator mounting bracket. It'll fit a 280mm radiator nice and snug. Under the top cover are 2 buttons, a reset switch, and an LED adjuster. Clicking this button will allow you to cycle through several colors across the spectrum and will change both the power LED and underglow hues. The reset button, well, you know what that does. The top has support for 2 140mm fans or their radiator counterparts, and also comes with a large magnetic dust filter. Just to the south are 2 USB 3.0 headers, a microphone jack, and one for headphones. The RGB power button is centered on top towards the front and provides a sturdy click when powering on. The back is fitted with standard S340 stuff, a rear I/O slot, support for only a 120mm fan or rad combo, 7 PCIe slots, an added metal shroud, which is nice, the S340 didn't have that, at least the normal one, the Razer one did, and of course the power supply opening. I only wish this panel was painted white as well, that would have been the icing on the cake in terms of aesthetics for me. The large window on the side of the P400 is just slightly tinted and revealing to all of your internal goodies, not to worry. It scratches very, very easily though, so be mindful of this as well. Removing the front panel, we find one coherent open space. To the right, you'll find 4 plastic caps that can be removed to fit hard drive cages, which must be purchased after the fact. I have no interest in covering up my radiator space, so I'll simply paint these plastic caps white. Voila, there you go. Now they match the rest of my setup. Just to the west of these are 2 large rubber grommeted slots for routing cables. Above the top motherboard tray are an additional 2 slots for fan cables and your CPU power cables / whatever else you want to stow up there. And then just atop the basement shroud, we find another 3 openings for the front I/O, USB, HD audio, video power cables, the works. The only letdown here is the fact that the basement shroud does not offer a dedicated PCIe cable route. I had to run my cables through one of the bottom 3 openings underneath the motherboard. Instead, small open circles litter the top and can be seen through the case. The opposite side of the case was actually a very pleasant surprise. 2 toolless hard drive trays come equipped with the P400, as well as 2 solid state drive trays which mount on the back panel behind the motherboard. In terms of cable management, Phanteks provides 3 Velcro straps to secure any and practically all cables run down the side of the case. I should also note that even with the non-modular power supply, I had plenty of room to store all of my unused cable branches, especially with the bottom hard drive tray completely removed altogether. I wasn't really using it. So all in all, I give the building experience in the P400 a 9.5 out of 10. I can't fault it for not being a full tower because, well, I knew what I was purchasing when I purchased it, so I think that the P400 actually makes the most of what it has in terms of space availability and cable management. Now in the case of aesthetics, it's entirely subjective, so you might not agree with what I'm about to say next, but bear with me, this is my personal opinion about how I feel about the case and its looks. Apart from the fact that the back panel is not painted white like the rest of the case, I'd say everything else is literally perfect. I wouldn't change anything else about how this case looks, about its stance, all of that to me is literally perfect. If you don't agree with either of my scores in this case, be sure to let me know in the comments down below and we can duke it out. Folks, I'm not gonna lie, this is my new favorite case, and I think from now on, if I want to build in a mid-tower, I will choose the P400 until something even better comes along, which I find hard to believe, but is certainly possible. So that's my verdict. I think that this thing should definitely be considered. I mean, you get the LEDs in there, you get that nice open design, just like the S340, you have the nice basement panel covering up the power supply, plenty of space for all of your cables, even if you're not using a modular power supply. It's the works, guys. It's everything you want in a computer case and at a sweet price point that's very competitive against the S340. So with that, I'll leave it up to you. Let me know in the comments which one you like more based on what you've seen so far. I know I haven't done a review on the S340, but I've built plenty of PCs in them, so you at least know what they look like from the outside. Be sure to give the video a thumbs up if you think it deserves one. Give it a thumbs down if you think it doesn't. Heck, just give it a thumbs up if you like the case. Let me know if you like the case that much, and we'll be sure to pass on the good news to Phanteks if that is the case. Be sure to click that subscribe button if you haven't already. Don't be shy, folks. This is Science Studio. Thanks for learning with us.